So I guess you all want to know who Jesse Lee Sperling, Laugh Mother Smoker Out Loud is, Mother Smoker, and introducing Mother Smoker, well, they're Mother Smoker 8. And probably the new pickle, Mother Smoker Pickles. Oh, well, let's go back to the day. You got a long day? How many minutes can I do this thing? Let's go to me getting kidnapped out of Ashland, Alabama, and waking up in a Pell City Boys Ranch. Then let's go with me not ever having nothing and all the things they done to me. This was the second time I've got kidnapped. Let's go to when I was in the Pell City Boys Ranch. All the teachers and everybody was crossing their fingers and crying behind me when I passed all the tests. Even Senate and Congress come up with their own test. I passed them all with 100%. So they came out with President Ronald Reagan, along with Congress and Senate, a monopoly of politicians for Jesse Lee Sperling. They handed it to the Pell City Boys Ranch, where Pell City Boys Ranch called, well, two parents of mine was called Burley Hocutt and A.M. Hocutt. They kept everything of Sperling that I own. Well, Burley Hocutt went straight there as soon as she saw it off news of WBRC. Well, during this process, Ronald Reagan was already with the Bill of Rights and the monopoly of politicians for me in everything that was they call it everything of creation. And then Burley Hocutt is trying to get me out of the Boys Ranch because I'm telling you, over 500,000 people got slayed in Leeds, Alabama by gas by trying to save me out of the Pell City Boys Ranch. 500,000 people. Let me tell you something. By the time I was 8, I was ambassador of the U.S. Forestry. Okay? There's over 100 episodes of my land on CW21. They filmed it for 6 months, put it on international TV. I'm the first hat right here. The first trucker hat in this nation that is teal blue. As for A.M. Hocutt and Jesse Lee Sperling, Waldo City. There's no Talladega. It's Waldo City. Then, after A.M. passed away and Burley got sick, they started coding off all the properties. Well, I was too young to sell the property. I disabled it. We got this monopoly of politician. The third time I got kidnapped, I was 10 years old. So, and they was trying to misplace me getting kidnapped out of Ashland courthouse to someone else. So we can go on in depth. I don't think this nation really wants me to tell everything of creation and what you've done to me. But I had to put myself as president, and I put myself as president on twice, 2 or 3 times on the ballot. I'm going 2. But third, I really don't have to do it 3, as long as I do it verbally. Well, there's a lot of things about that politician, and it just don't go for anybody but me. You can go on the History Channel. You can see my property where it is in Waldo City. And let me tell you something about Talladega, Alabama. They don't own nothing. Everything is 2-foot easement around everything in Waldo, Talladega. Even the courthouse, judicial building, post office, everything. I did a protocol in martial law back when I was young. They had 4 or 5 roads right there where the post office was, where all the drag cars go. It was dragsters back then, NHRA. There's a whole lot of nation about you don't know about Talladega, Alabama, and a whole lot of things that you don't know about Waldo City. Okay, they used to have a big little child statue where you would think it was Liberty Parkway in Birmingham. Oh, let me go back to the 500,000 people. You know, that's when they show all those grave sites above. They say it's a military funeral in Birmingham, Alabama, right by Liberty Parkway, that they don't have anymore, pretty much. Well, those were the 500,000 people that was trying to get me out of Pell City Boys Ranch, that was striking and protesting, and then they gassed them all. You don't know nothing about this nation, is what I'm trying to tell you people. They have took everything of creation of my businesses, my property, and my lands. At 45 years old, I come undisabled of every piece of property. I am the only one in this nation that has 5 books this thick in the state of Alabama of my property. I think that's enough. I don't think I need to go no further from that. After you get to knowing that right there, you best wake up. Because you have no idea what that monopoly politicians has done. And what you done to me in 2015, you ought to find out the rest of what you're doing. You have no right to sit in any seat.